Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how I cover up my acne, and this is not like my everyday foundation routine. It's more like a special occasions foundation routine, or if I'm feeling like doing all of these steps. As you can see, I do have a lot of acne. And this is basically just like an updated foundation routine, like a flawless foundation routine. So I'm just gonna put up my hair to get it out of the way. And I've already done like my eyes and my eyebrows and everything, just because I didn't want to be completely naked. And I got a text message. Awesome. Okay, now it's off. So starting off, I do concealing first, just because I use a really like high coverage concealer so I can cover like all the spots. And then I can go in with my foundation to like even out everything. So this is like one of my favorite concealers. So I use Hard Candy's Glamouflage, and it just looks like this. And you can buy this at Walgreens, and it's really cheap. But it's like a really thick concealer. So I just squirt out like a little dab on the back of my hand. I don't even know if you guys can see that. But yeah, I just squirt out a little dab, and then I take just a flat top kabuki brush. If I keep like looking down, it's because I have a mirror below the camera so I can see what I'm doing, because it's hard doing it in the viewfinder. So yeah, and then I just start stippling it on to conceal it. And I use the lightest shade just because I'm either really pale or I'm really tan, because I do spray tan. So that's why it looks like ridiculously white. And this is another reason why I do this step first, because the concealer is really white and then my foundation usually matches my skin tone, so. And it looks like I'm applying a lot of it, but it's really thin layers. This stuff is just such like, has a really high coverage. That's pretty much all the concealer that was on my hand. Okay, then after I conceal everything, I take my foundation and I use Revlon Color Stay. And I use the combination oily skin version, and right now I'm in the color 310 Warm Golden. So I'm going to be using this. This is my favorite foundation, hands down. Like, it's a drugstore foundation, so it's still pretty cheap. I mean, it's more pricey for drugstore makeup, to me anyways. I think it's like $12, but I absolutely love this stuff. I have one for every skin tone that I ever am. Like, I literally have like 4 just because, yeah. And it's one of the only foundations that has really worked for my skin, and I have oily skin, so it doesn't slip and slide throughout the day, and it stays put really well. I only have to apply powder once. It's not like it stays perfect all day, but I start to notice it wearing off around like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. It stays put really well for a drugstore foundation, so I really recommend this to anybody. And it has really good coverage too, which is why I use it. So I'm just gonna take some of this, and I just shake it like that onto like one of my fingers, and then I dot it all over my face. And as you can see, like, this one's pretty dark, but it does match like the rest of my body. Like, see, this hand is like really tan compared to like my face and everything. And then I like to use my Real Techniques buffing brush, and I just start with like stippling it on. And stippling it first instead of like doing like circular motions will help to keep like the coverage up. And then like, so I stipple first, and then I'll use circular motions to like blend it out down my neck and everything. And I'm extremely careful like around spots. Like over here I have a really bad like patch, I guess, of acne, so I try to like take extra time over here or in like spots like in between my eyebrows and everything, just so it's all covered. And like around my hairline, I'll use like rubbing motions. And then if I need like more down my neck, because I am all about blending, like I cannot stand when I have a line of foundation, and my neck and my face do lose color a lot faster than the rest of my body, so I try to blend it down. So I just take this, and it's a really dark shade, and I use this to lay down my contour. So what I'll do is I will just take this and I'll draw where I want my contour to be. And this is again like full on like flawless foundation routine. This isn't like my everyday thing, so I know it's a lot of makeup, but this is just what I do. Like most of the time I don't even really wear makeup, so, which you gotta make sure that if you're ever wearing like this much makeup, have like days where you don't wear any, just because you need to let your skin breathe. Then after I've applied that in all the places I'm going to contour, I just take like a really small flat foundation brush and I just blend it out. And on my nose too, I like to use my fingers just because I don't want the lines on my nose to be like crazy harsh, so I'll do that. And then I'll blend out this line. And I'll blend it upwards and like out. I never blend my contour down just because it'll, like, you want to create a shadow like right here so that this part of your cheek stands out and then this part stands out. And then that'll make your face look slimmer. Just because I was not blessed with really prominent cheekbones, so like I'll do this just to like bring it forward more and add more structure to my face. So. If anything is too harsh, I just use my fingers. And I just use this brush because it's so nice and precise that I have less of a chance of messing up. And then with my jawline, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, I don't have a very, like, I have a defined jawline, but I do have a little bit of like a double chin. Not like a double chin, but I have like a little bit of skin right here that just kind of does its own thing. So I try to create a shadow on that to make it look like it's not there. Yeah, and then if I'm really feeling fancy, I'll contour under like my lip, and I'll just take a little bit of this and I'll take the brush and I'll add a little bit. I'll just apply it right underneath there. And I'll just make my bottom lip pop out more. And then after that, I'll take my concealer from my under eyes, and I just use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in Fair, just because I like a really intense highlight. So I usually like I conceal my under eyes and highlight my whole face in like one step, just because I don't want to use 2 different products on my face for that part. So I'll just take this and put it in a triangle shape underneath my eyes. I'll bring it out. And then I'll go down the bridge of my nose and in the center of my forehead, along the top of my lip, and on my chin. And then I use the same brush I used for the concealer that I put it on all of my spots, and I'll blend it out. And then once I do that, I just take my foundation brush and I clean up any areas. And I'll blend this more. Like the contour I placed up here more. And then after that, I'll set everything, and I just use my regular powder that I use all over my face. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte, and it's in 004 Sandstorm. Just looks like that, and I use it to set everything just because I do apply a powder contour too. Put it all over the face, and I do have really oily skin, so that's why I use a lot of powder, but it's a really thin layer of powder all over. It's not like a ton in like specific spots of my face. And this just sets everywhere. And then I go in with my Hoola bronzer by Benefit, and this is my favorite contour just because it's nice and matte, and this isn't like a really, on the camera it kind of comes up like it's really brown, but it's more of like a cooler tone, which is what I want because I want to create a shadow. I kind of use it to warm up the face just because it isn't completely like a taupe shade, but it's just better than me using like a really warm brown to contour. So I'm taking my Real Techniques contour brush, and I just dip that in, and I wipe off like excess powder so I don't put too much on my face. And then I just take it right where I put that cream contour. And I kind of make like a fishy face while I do it too, just so I can see where the hollows of my cheeks are. And again, I blend upward. And then for my nose, I just kind of flatten this out. And I just go along where I put the contour the first time. And I know a lot of people use smaller brushes to do their nose, and under their lip, but I just don't have one. I haven't found one that I really like yet. So I just stick to using my contour brush. So then after that, the only thing left to put on is blush and a highlight, and I usually don't wear highlights unless I'm really feeling it. I might do it today, I don't know. So I'm using Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso, and it's just a nice peach blush, and I use a Real Techniques multitask brush for my blush. I'm such a dork. Okay, and so I just like get some on my brush and then I tap off the excess, and I start up here because I like to draw everything like out this way on my face. So, and I like stipple it on, and then I start to like blend it, and I blend it down like onto like the apples, but like really faintly. So just like that. And then if anything is too harsh, I just take my powder brush again and just kind of go over the areas. Alright guys, and that's the finished look, I guess. And you can't really tell that I have acne after I put on my foundation. I mean, like, I do have a couple spots that still like poke out like up here, but for the most part I just try to focus on like covering my redness and everything, just because I do have really irritated skin. So, and I'm not a professional makeup artist. I have trained myself, and I take things, like I learn by myself and I take things from other videos, or I just do a trial and error thing, and this is just what I have found works the best when I'm trying to get a completely flawless coverage on my face. So this is just what works personally for me, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. So yeah, that's the finished video, and I'll see you guys next time I upload. So hopefully that will be soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see any of my other videos, like new videos coming out. I'm hopefully going to be doing a video on my eyebrow routine. If you have any requests for a video, don't forget to comment down below, or you can tweet me or comment on my Instagram, or you can, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I have my Twitter, my personal Instagram, and my makeup Instagram down below. If you want to go follow me on there, I'd appreciate it. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time.